So this first part on the non-calculator, we have to find the sine, cosine, and tangent, all these different trig functions here. So 3 pi over 4. And if you're not comfortable with radians, you could switch it to degrees. And remember, we said that shortcut, 180 over 4 is 45. So 3 times 45. So this is 135. So now if we were to draw a triangle, here's 135. Our reference angle is 45. So we have square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2, and this would be negative. Hypotenuse is 1, opposite over hypotenuse. So square root of 2 over 2 over 1, so we have the square root of 2 over 2. The cosine of 7 pi over 6, well let's see, 180 over 6 is 30, so 7 times 30 is 210. So our 210 triangle would be right down here. Reference angle of 30. So opposite 30 would be 1/2, and this would be negative. So negative square root of 3 over 2. So cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. So we have negative square root of 3 over 2 over 1. So we have negative square root of 3 over 2. Tangent of pi over 3. Let's see. 180 over 3 is 60, so 5 times 60 is 300. So we can draw that triangle out here. And let's see, our reference angle is 60. So let's see, opposite 60 is negative square root of 3 over 2. And this would be positive 1/2. So O over A, negative square root of 3 over 2 over 1/2. So the 2, so we have negative square root of 3. Let's see, next up is the sine of pi over 2. So 180 over 2 is 90. So this is 270. So 270 is right down here, so that's the coordinate 0, -1. And now we have to remember which one is our sine value. Well, let's see, if we were to draw any triangle, x, y, 1, here's our reference angle. Sine of theta would be y over 1, which is y. So sine is y. Our cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, x over 1, which is the x value. So our sine is our y value, so this would be -1. We have the secant. Well, the secant is the reciprocal of the cosine. So we could find our cosine here, and this is 4, 180 over 3 is 60, so this is 240. So let's see, reference angle of 60, 3 over 2, -1/2. We know cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, or cosine's the x part, so we have -1/2. Well, the reciprocal of that, -2 over 1, -2. So I'm going to have you try the rest of these. We might take a look here. Well, actually, let's have you try the rest of these, and then you can check them with the answer key. So now we're going to jump down to the bottom part here. Let's see. If the cosecant is -1, find the sine. Well, these are reciprocals again. So this is -1 over 1. So we flip it, 1 over -1. So our sine is also -1. Convert these to radians. Well, 60 degrees. Well, that's pi over 3. 210. That's 7 times 30, so we know it's 7 times pi over 6. And let's make this -135 degrees instead of a unit circle value. So this is -4 times 45. So you have -4 pi. That's not 4, this is 3, -3 times 45. So you have -3 pi over 4. And then we're asked to list the 6 trigonometric functions. So let's do the Pythagorean theorem first. 6 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. So 36 plus 25 equals c squared. So we have, let's see, 36 and 25. We have 61 equals c squared. So we have the square root of 61. So now we have to find the sine of A, cosine of A, tangent of A. So that would be the cosecant of A, the secant of A, and the cotangent of A. So let's see, sine opposite over hypotenuse, 6 over the square root of 61. So we have the square root of 61 over 6. Cosine 5 over the square root of 61. So the square root of 61 over 5. And tangent TOA, opposite over adjacent, so this would be 5 over 6.